CNN is reporting, as are others, that Steve Bannon had lunch at the White House today with the president. Mercedes, what do you think of that?
Well, it's like Tucker Carlson calling Trump to apologize, right? Look, I think that Steve Bannon is obviously very concerned about the U.S. Foreign entanglement in Iran and really has made very, I think, I don't want to say just concerned comments about the direction of where President Trump is going. And look, he does have the ear of the president. And so this is what the president does, right? The president is always about bringing in opposing views. He likes to listen to who's going to make the best argument. It's what he's done in almost every single policy decision that he has made. I mean, he is the final executive who goes forward and makes these decisions. And look, I'll tell you, you look at this cabinet and you have very, I would say, young, not necessarily incredibly experienced. I mean, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, obviously senator for a long time, a lot of experience. But a Pete Hegseth, for example, not a lot of experience in terms of directing, being a general or directing a military or making these very critical military decisions. And so he's relying, the president does bring in the different points of view to say, okay, what if we go in this direction? And remember, Bannon has a huge following. He has the ear of many of the MAGA grassroots activists. But I will tell you what I've noticed as, my husband runs CPAC and he put out a comment basically saying we got to keep the coalition united, is at the end of the day, and we saw this with Elon Musk, when Elon Musk turned on the president, the MAGA people stood by President Trump. When Tucker Carlson started, being critical of the president and critical of Mark Levin and all these people, the MAGA people, they stood by Donald Trump. And what did Caroline Leavitt say today at the podium? She said, trust President Trump. So that is, I think, what you're witnessing is the MAGA movement still very, very much agreeing with President Trump. They will listen to Bannon, they will listen to Tucker Carlson, but they trust that President Trump has the best information to make the best decision at this moment.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.